Today I really wanted to share my must-have override mods that I currently have in my game. Everything in this video I feel like majorly improves the aesthetic of the game and kind of makes it more realistic. It's just overall a cuter vibe, so I'm really excited to show you everything. If you see anything you want to download in this video, all of the links to download these mods will be in the description box. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, but for now we're just gonna jump right in. The first mod I want to talk about is this Plumb Bob override by Fixated. As you can tell, the little green thingy above her head is slightly different than the default one. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite Plumb Bob override I have seen so far. I just love how it looks with the little black Plumb Bob inside of the green one. It's like the perfect mix of classic but also not ugly. Like, it is just so cool. And the next mod kind of goes along with the last one. It is also by Fixated, but it is a UI override, and it's basically dark mode for The Sims 4. It makes the UI this dark gray color instead of the ugly white one that EA blessed us with. I have a feeling this one might not be for everyone. It took me a while to get used to it, I'm not gonna lie, but now I never want to go back. But let me show you it in build mode, because this is actually meant to be like a chalkboard kind of vibe, and I feel like you can really tell in build mode. If you look at all of the objects, they look like they were drawn in chalk, which is honestly a really cool vibe. I really like it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Just make sure you read the installation instructions. It's not hard, but you will have to delete a couple of files depending on whether or not you have certain mods in your game, but I promise it is worth it. If you like how this UI looks, I would 100% recommend downloading it. Moving on, now I want to talk about my phone override. This is by Minty Jinx, and it is a cute little flip phone that replaces the EA default ugly one. And I know it's not that realistic to have a flip phone like this in our current day and age, but I don't really care. My Sims can live with it. I think the vibe is way cuter, and it makes me happy to see them carrying around a little flip phone. I just got the white swatch, but there are a ton of different colors you can choose from. You can only have one in your game at a time, so you won't be able to edit each individual Sim's phone color. And I don't really mind that because this is still 10 times cuter than any of the EA phone patterns and colors. So to me, it is worth it, and I love it so much. The next mod I want to talk about is my terrain override. This is by Tech Hippie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have this already, but it's like so major that I can't not mention it. So if you don't know, this wonderful person basically retextured and repainted like every aspect of nature in The Sims 4. So you might notice that the grass isn't the green cartoony grass that we have by default. It's a little bit more textured and realistic. All of the foliage as well, and even the stones and gravel, the streets around the world, the dirt paths, literally everything is new and improved. I just think it looks so good and really like refreshes the game to make it look more 2024 rather than whenever The Sims was released, like 2012 or something. I'm honestly surprised EA hasn't updated this themselves. But yeah, of course the modders stepped up, and this is something I literally cannot live without. So I would highly recommend it. Now onto my loading screen. This is the cutest loading screen I have ever seen in all of my days of playing The Sims. I'm literally leafing. This loading screen makes me so happy. I love cats. I love the color pink. It is just the perfect combo. This one is probably definitely my favorite. Go download it. Moving on, I actually just got this mod very recently because I had a different one before, but this is a font replacement. So let me try to bring up as much text as I can to show you. I don't know if you can tell, but all of the letters and numbers in my game are a different font than the default one. I used to use either the Sims 2 font or the Sims 1 font for the nostalgia, but I saw this one and I really like this font. I'm like pretty sure there are multiple fonts you can choose from on this post, by the way. The one I have is called Short Stack, and I really like it. It's pretty easy to read. I know some of the font overrides are kind of hard to see, and even with my kind of extreme reshade I have going on right now, I can read everything with no issues. Alright, this next one is kind of different. It is an animation overlay, and it basically replaces the animation that your Sims do whenever they enter a house where they're not allowed to wear shoes. So you know that little like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a wind current that goes around their feet and then their shoes disappear. It's no for me, dog. So this animation makes them actually take off their shoes. As you can see, like hand to foot, it actually looks like she's taking her shoes off. It's so good. I know this is a tiny detail, but the realism just really makes me happy. Okay, this next one got me kind of confused because I had to go re-download it. Apparently I deleted it whenever my game broke the last time. So yeah, I just now put it in my game again, but it is basically a mod for the portrait in the little bottom left corner. You know how they're always smiling, like all creepy, just staring at you? Or if they're mad, they look like they're about to blow a gasket. Like they're just so expressive in their little portrait down there, and I just want them to look normal, I'm not gonna lie. So this mod replaces that, and they always pretty much have a blank stare now. They look dead inside no matter what they're feeling, and that's how it should be. I'm just kidding, she looks very normal, and I really appreciate this mod. And the next mod is basically the same thing, but it is for in-game. So instead of your Sims walking around town smiling, looking possessed, looking like they're about to crawl on the walls, they can now look normal and they just walk around with the typical normal expression. This helps so much with gameplay screenshots, so I highly recommend it. Alright, this next one's a little bit creepy of me, but it's basically a smaller sensor override. Obviously, we all know if you're into that kind of thing, you can remove the sensor, but I don't want it like that. I just want a smaller one. The purpose for this is basically, it like gives you immersion without making you see some things you don't want to see. So yeah, it still covers everything up, but it doesn't take up like half the screen like the default sensor does. I don't know, I really like it. I never would have thought to make this, but 10 out of 10 would recommend. This next one is so exciting. This is a selfie override. So basically, the purpose of this is to give your Sims new poses while they're taking selfies, because the default ones aren't good. I'm sorry I keep hating on EA in this video, but even if you like the default ones, it's like kind of nice to switch it up. So this is an override that can add some fresh fun to your game. I love these poses. I think they're really cute. And they also have some for like couples or a group. I don't know. But yeah, this is like a must-have for me. Stuff like this just really helps keep the game fresh for me. And speaking of fresh, I have this little override for the spray bottle in the game. Is it really that serious where you need to start replacing the spray bottle? Probably not. My Sims don't even clean that often anyway, but this is like so aesthetic. It's just, I had to do it. It's definitely something I forget that I have in my game, but then when it comes up, I'm like, slay. 10 out of 10, love it, would never remove it from my game. Oh, and that just reminded me of this other thing I have. Literally a scrub father. This replaces the default sponge in the game. You know, the default sponge is actually so ugly. It makes me angry, but this one is everything. It's obviously a knockoff of Scrub Daddy. I feel like if you use those in real life, you just need it in your Sims game. They have 9 different swatches, by the way, but I obviously have the pink one because that's just how I am. I have one more override kind of like this. Let me try to show you. It's basically a laundry pile replacement, override, whatever. I know this is dramatic to have, but the default pile is ugly. This one's all like neutral colored and so cute. If my Sims are going to be messy and have clothes on the ground, it's still going to be cute. This is the kind of thing that when people ask me like, please tell me every mod you have in your game, I'm like, I don't even know where to start because some of them are so small and I kind of forget they're there. So it's like really hard for me to list all of them, but I'm going to start making more videos like this so I can show you guys more things like this because I know someone out there is the same as me and they want a cute laundry pile. I love being extra and customizing every aspect of my game, but that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys in this video. Let me know if you want more videos like this and don't forget to subscribe if you feel like it. But yeah, I'm a head out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all and I will see you in the next one.